Most people wake up tired, scroll their phone, drag themselves through the morning. Happy people? They don't do that. Same 24 hours, same brain, completely different results. So what's the difference? It's not motivation, it's not personality. It's not luck, it's systems. Science-backed systems that rewire your brain before 9 a.m. I'm about to show you exactly what they are. And by the end of this, your mornings will never look the same again. Chapter 1. The dopamine hijack. You wake up, first thing you do? Check your phone, notifications, messages, social media, news. Tiny hits of dopamine. Feels harmless? It's not. A 2019 study from the University of California found that even brief digital interruptions spike dopamine and reduce baseline mood afterward. Translation? You feel worse for the rest of the day? Most people think checking their phone wakes them up. Wrong. It drains your brain before you even start. Happy people do the opposite. They delay dopamine. No phone. No scrolling, no cheap stimulation. Why? Because your brain in the first 30 minutes is in a theta alpha state. That's the same state used in deep meditation and hypnosis. Whatever you feed your brain here gets amplified. So what do they do instead? They control input, sunlight, movement, silence. Andrew Huberman explains this clearly. Morning light exposure regulates your circadian rhythm and boosts serotonin production. Serotonin equals mood stability. So instead of scrolling, step outside. 5 to 10 minutes. No sunglasses. Your brain resets. You're not tired. You're just miswired. Chapter 2. Movement before mood. Most people wait to feel good before they move. That's backwards. You don't move because you feel good. You feel good because you move. A Harvard study found that 15 minutes of moderate exercise reduces depression risk by 26%. But here's the part nobody tells you. It works instantly. Movement releases endorphins, dopamine, and BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. That's brain fertilizer. It literally helps your brain grow. Most people think they need a full workout. Wrong. Happy people use micro-movement, push-ups, stretching, a short walk. Even 5 minutes is enough. Why? Because it's not about burning calories. It's about signaling to your brain, we're alive, we're active, we're safe. And your brain responds by increasing positive emotion. But here's the problem, though. Movement fades. You feel good, then life hits. That's where the next habit comes in. Chapter 3. The gratitude illusion. Gratitude sounds soft, feels optional. Most people ignore it. Big mistake. A study by Dr. Robert Emmons showed that people who practiced daily gratitude reported 25% higher happiness levels. But here's what most people get wrong. They write generic things. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my job. Useless. Your brain doesn't encode vague information. It encodes emotional detail. Happy people go specific. I'm grateful for the way my friend made me laugh yesterday. I'm grateful for that moment of silence this morning. Specificity creates emotion. Emotion creates memory. Memory reinforces identity. Now your brain starts scanning for more positive experiences throughout the day. It's called attentional bias. What you focus on expands. Most people train their brain to notice problems. Happy people train their brain to notice wins. Same world, different filter. But here's the thing. Gratitude alone isn't enough. You can feel good and still feel lost. That's where direction comes in. Chapter 4. The intention switch. You wake up, you react. Emails, messages, tasks, your day controls you. Happy people flip this. They set intention before action. Psychologist Peter Gollwitzer calls this implementation intention. When you decide in advance what you will do, your chances of following through increase dramatically. Instead of vague goals, they use clear triggers. If it's 9 a.m., I start my most important task. If I feel stressed, I take 3 deep breaths. Simple, but powerful. Because your brain loves automation. Most people rely on willpower. Happy people rely on systems. And intention is the first system of the day. It gives your brain direction. Without it, you drift. With it, you move. But here's the problem, though. Even with intention, then your brain still resists effort. That's where the next habit comes in. Chapter 5, the 5-minute rule. You procrastinate because tasks feel big. Your brain sees effort. It avoids. That's normal. But happy people cheat. They shrink the task. The 5-minute rule. Start anything for just 5 minutes. That's it. Psychologist B.J. Fogg calls this tiny habits. When a task feels small, your brain stops resisting. And once you start, momentum kicks in. Newton's first law. Objects in motion stay in motion. Same with your brain. Most people wait for motivation. Wrong. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. So instead of thinking, I need to work for 2 hours, you think, I'll do 5 minutes. Now you start. And starting is everything. But here's the thing, though. You can start your day right and still feel overwhelmed later. That's where mental clarity comes in. Chapter 6, the brain dump. Your brain is not designed to hold everything. It's designed to process, not store. Yet most people wake up with cluttered thoughts, tasks, worries, ideas, cognitive overload. A Princeton neuroscience study found that clutter reduces focus and increases stress. So what do happy people do? They empty their mind, pen and paper, write everything. No structure, no filter, just dump it. This clears working memory. Now your brain has space. Space for focus, space for calm. It's like closing unused tabs on your computer. Same hardware, faster performance. But here's the problem though. Clarity without calm doesn't last. You still need emotional regulation. That's where breathing comes in. Chapter 7. Controlled breathing. Most people breathe automatically, shallow, fast, unconscious. And that keeps them stressed, because breathing controls your nervous system. Stanford research shows that slow, controlled breathing activates the parasympathetic system. That's your calm mode. Happy people use simple patterns. 4 seconds inhale, 6 seconds exhale. Longer exhales signal safety. Your heart rate slows, your mind follows. It takes less than 2 minutes, but it resets your entire state. Most people try to think their way out of stress. Wrong. You breathe your way out. Chapter 8. The identity priming. You don't act based on goals. You act based on identity. James Clear explains this clearly. Every action is a vote for the type of person you believe you are. Happy people reinforce identity every morning, not with affirmations, with evidence. They do small actions that prove, I am disciplined. I am healthy. I'm focused. Even something simple. Making your bed, drinking water, going for a walk. These aren't random habits. They are identity signals, and your brain builds consistency around identity. Most people chase results. Happy people build identity. And identity drives everything. Chapter 9. The learning trigger. Most people consume content passively. Scroll, watch, forget. Happy people learn actively. Even in the morning, just 5 to 10 minutes. Reading, listening, reflecting. But here's the key. They don't just consume, they process. What did I learn? How can I use this today? This activates active recall. And research from Make It Stick shows that active recall dramatically improves retention. Now you're not just waking up. You're upgrading. Daily, small inputs, compounded over time. Massive difference. Chapter 10. The sunlight plus silence combo. This is the simplest one. And the most ignored. Sunlight plus silence. No music. No noise, no stimulation. Just you and the environment. Why? Because your brain needs contrast. Constant stimulation kills baseline happiness. A study from the University of Virginia found that people would rather experience mild electric shocks than sit alone with their thoughts. That's how uncomfortable silence has become. Happy people train this. They sit, they walk, they observe, no input. This resets dopamine sensitivity. Now small things feel good again. Sunlight, air, movement, life. But here's the problem though. You can do all 10 habits and still fail. Why? Because inconsistency kills everything. Your brain rewires through repetition, not intensity. 1 perfect morning means nothing. 10 consistent mornings change everything. That's the difference. Most people try everything once. Happy people repeat what works daily. So let's keep it simple. Delay dopamine, move your body, practice specific gratitude, set intention. Start small, clear your mind, control your breath, build identity, learn actively, embrace silence. You don't need more time. You need better mornings, because how you start your day decides how you feel for the rest of it. But even if you fix your mornings, there's still one problem. You might still be destroying your brain the rest of the day without realizing it. That's why I made this next video breaking down the hidden habits that secretly drain your happiness and focus. Watch that next, before you ruin another day without knowing it.